This time of year, all around the world, cultures are breaking bread together. And that's what we're going to do with Marisa Mariella. She's showing us just some of the different types of breads, sweet breads. For some, it's Easter bread, and for others, it's used for Passover.
Yes, well, actually, the challah that I have in front here, which is dairy-free, is used to celebrate the Sabbath. Because during Passover, they have unleavened bread, which really helps you understand the uniqueness of the enriched dough, right? So at the end of spring, you know, we look forward, or rather at the end of winter, we look forward to a spring, and so many faiths, there's that resurrection, the rebirth, and that's why we celebrate with enriched doughs.
Okay, and what is an enriched dough?
Well, actually, we're gonna make one right here, okay? So an enriched dough is unlike just regular bread because it has butter and eggs and milk, and so that's what I'm gonna ask you to do, is all of these items go in here.
Everything here?
Yeah,
okay.
So we have the butter, milk, eggs, and the yeast. We have 3 different kinds of yeast. You know, many people are familiar with, you know, the little packets of yeast, the traditional and the instant yeast, but there's also fresh yeast. And I'm going to ask you to give that a little smell. What do you think?
Oh, it smells like a brewery, actually, right?
Yes,
because that's what they use.
Yes, that's right. And so it really doesn't matter what yeast you use. There, you know, there are
and
some.
I'm putting everything in all together here.
That's really the beauty of this dough. People are intimidated of using
and the
yeast.
Here?
Yes, everything. The milk is very warm, so the yeast will start to bloom right away.
Now, how am I going to get this without getting it all over?
Oh, if a little bit goes, it doesn't matter, right? You're going to just dump it all in, and then you tell me, do you want vanilla flavoring, almond, lemon?
Lemon.
Okay,
lemon,
it matches your jacket.
Yes, it does.
So the beauty of this dough, like I said, is you just dump everything in and let your mixer do the work. You could do it by hand, obviously, but you know, mixer comes in handy, and it'll mix for about 8-10 minutes with the mixer.
Okay.
And then,
magic.
Yeah, magic.
Oh, look what we have.
So I want you to feel that.
Okay, I have washed my hands.
Yes, I know. What do you think?
Okay. It's almost ready then, right? So it's I watched my grandmother for many years make her version of so we call it Pascha, and it had lemon in it, and it was iced.
Yes.
It was a dessert cake almost.
Yes, and was it used as a
Yes, for Easter, always for Easter.
Bread? Okay.
Yes.
All right, so I just wanted you to feel that because it feels so nice and soft and smooth. And how are you at braiding?
I can do hair.
Okay, so we're going to give this
my
a
first
try.
time.
Well, there's a first time for everything. Actually, that was my first time braiding challah with 6 strands.
Okay.
So I'm going to put it this way for you, and you can start kneading. Yeah, so look at this. So maybe...
Get me started
here.
I'll get you started. I don't even know where to begin.
All right, okay, I don't like that shape there. Okay, we'll do this and this. Can you finish it off here?
I think so, like that, and then...
Yeah, underneath.
Underneath?
Yeah, and just tuck everything underneath.
Tuck everything.
Look at that.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we'll just turn it around.
Okay.
And you can finish that off. I'm going to get the one out of the oven.
Okay.
Look at that, you're doing it.
Oh, now I got... Yes, you started it for me.
Well, you know what? The thing is, if you make a little mistake, don't tell anyone. They're not going to notice.
There we go.
Look at that.
Look
and
at
then
that.
you can brush that with a little bit of egg yolk. I'm going to get this one out of the oven. Can you smell it?
It smells so good in here right now.
Watch right behind you.
Okay.
Okay, look at that.
Wow. So this is the same type of dough.
the same.
I'm going to get this out of the way here so that you can bring that in.
All right. Move this right behind us. So the idea behind using yeast is really to understand that it's not complicated.
No.
And don't be intimidated by it.
It is intimidating until you use it for the first time and you see it work and it's like, well, that was so easy.
It is, and don't you feel like very rewarded by, you know, minimal effort, really, because that's going to do the work.
Okay, we've got 40 seconds left, but we want to show the different types.
Yes, okay, so most of this is that enriched dough that I was saying, and so this one here is very traditional from southern Italy. My mom would actually make a bread like that for Easter, and each egg would represent one of the children in the family.
Okay.
I should have had 4 eggs in there, but anyway.
We've got 20 seconds left, but if if people want to find out more about this, you've got it all on your
Yes,
channel?
I put it on my Instagram and on my channel.
Okay.
Yes, and look at that babka with that chocolate
Very
swirl.
nice. Okay.
All
the
right.
chocolate babka.
Yes.
Okay. We'll get your link up on our website, chch.com/morninglive. Always a treat to have you in our kitchen.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Love being here.